So we mentioned a moment ago we haven't called 3 states as the reason for that, Alaska notwithstanding here. This is Michigan, okay? You've got a raw vote total of 91,000. Wayne is the biggest county outstanding, but you've got a lot of the vote in here now, just about 10% still out there. I don't know if she can catch them in Michigan. Let's say she can't. Same for Arizona. I was checking this out here. Raw vote total 104,000. Maricopa is where you get all your votes, 60% of the state. He's got a lead there, right? 2.3 points. Same for Nevada. Here is a 60,000 vote lead. It's almost 5 points. Clark County, Las Vegas, where you get 70% of the total vote statewide. I don't know if she can catch him there. So where does that take us? Let me go ahead and do the path to 270 that we're doing late at night. Dana, I just think right now there's a really good chance once Alaska chips in here, Michigan stays the way it is, Arizona stays the way it is, Nevada stays the way it is. You're at 312. Right. That's an electoral landslide, as they say, okay? Very important for Trump to have this. You think about the number of people who consider him a divisive political leader. You get an electoral landslide, you win the national vote in all likelihood, you win more blacks and more Hispanics, and that enables you to govern more effectively once you go back to D.C. on the 20th of January.
Fascinating. All right, Bill, thank you so much. Well, there's a lot happening in the next several weeks before Trump returns to office. Battleground states will begin certifying election results this month. They want to bring in Carrie Urban and Andy McCarthy. So I also want to get to Trump's legal battles with you guys. So let's take you through the certification of election results real quickly. Just on the dates, November 22nd, November 25th, and December 1st. You can see these here. This is when these states, Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, all of that happens. And then if you look at this calendar, you got the Electoral College vote December 17th, the new Congress seated January 3rd. Of course, we know January 6th, that's when the Electoral College votes are counted, and then January 20th is Inauguration Day. Carrie, to me, given this decisive result, all of that should go very smoothly?
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about how this decisive victory for Donald Trump was an indictment of the Biden administration and, you know, the last 4 years and all of that. I would say it's an indictment of the American justice system, really. And, you know, for the last 8 years, we have watched attorneys general, we have watched state and federal prosecutors lower the standard of justice and abuse their positions, do everything they can do to get Donald Trump. You know, people have characterized this as a lawfare campaign. The reason we know that's not just a right-wing talking point is because with only one exception, all of the cases they've brought have been these untested legal theories. In other words, they have tried to apply the law against Donald Trump in ways they have never applied against anyone in their states or in this country. And they dramatically failed. So I will say, while Donald Trump was a big winner last night, the justice system was a big loser. Wow. And I think it's going to take years for the justice system to recover its reputation in all of this.
Very interesting. 3 weeks from yesterday, Judge Merchan here in Manhattan was set to sentence Donald Trump. And he's got some options. One includes prison time.
Well,
what happens now?
There's a few steps to play before that happens, right? So a week from yesterday, a week after the election, Merchan is supposed to decide the immunity issue. Now, if past his prologue, he will decide against Trump. He's reliably ruled against Trump on everything. But immunity is supposed to be instantly appealable. So I think what Trump will try to do is go to the appellate courts in New York and federal courts if he needs to try to get the sentencing put off. He may or may not succeed with that, but the felonies, no matter how they portray them to the jury, are not serious enough that he would get instantly detained under New York law. So he should get bail pending appeal. The appeal will take a couple of years to play out. And I anticipate that the Justice Department, it really should be the Biden-Harris Justice Department, but certainly the Trump Justice Department will come in and argue in the courts in New York that under the Supremacy Clause, that case should be suspended until after he's out of office.
What about Kerry's point about re-examining law in America and how much of a setback it is?
Well, this is why the popular vote is so important. I mean, lawfare is a failure, but I think we can now say the public has pronounced it to be an un-American failure. And if it's a chapter we never see again, the country will be a lot better. And as Kerry says, the system will be a lot better.
Okay, stand by Andy, stand by Kerry.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.